Boop, boom. All right. Let's see. Good evening. Welcome to tonight's live draw. Let's see. Get a little bit in my headphones here. Get out of there. Everything should be okay. We did a test run the other night and it looks good. So please stop in, say hi. Got chat open. Let's see if we have any last minute suggestions. Cool. All right. So tonight, this is kind of what we did the other night, which was fun to do. And yeah, I started painting it up. Not quite done, but getting there. So this evening, I picked 3 cards from my chaotic. Let's find it here. Let's see if I can find my camera. My chaotic draw along deck, which has been great for giving me ideas. And tonight we will be doing a jousting witch with a chainsaw. So lots of opportunities for fun design language on that. So we'll put these up here. Move that around a bit. So again, let's see, we're going to do a jousting witch with a chainsaw. Those are my 3 prompts. I think it will be a good time. All right. Please, if you have any questions, write them down, send them to me in chat. I'll try to keep my chat open. That is not the right thing. There we go. As well as my YouTube channel as well, which the chat does not come through here. So let's go towards this. All right. So I think we're just going to, let's put down some basic shapes. I'm not sure which direction they'll be going in. I think I'll use let's see, try not to make this look like witch hazel. Let's see. And there. Then kind of go in this direction here. I'll do the little thing like that, almost like the Harry Potter idea of rooms, and then there we go there. And again, I'll try to make this really fun here. We will be looking up some references of chainsaws as we go. So if you're just joining me, say hi, welcome. Again, we're doing a jousting witch with a chainsaw. All right. Let's see. Cool. All right. The chainsaw will be here somewhere. I'm not quite sure. I've only used a couple of chainsaws in my life, but give it this. I'll give it a handle on this one. This. And of course, it's going to be puffing smoke. I'm going to sneeze in a moment, so bear with me. All right. So I think that will look good in that aspect. Yeah. Jousting. Which, save that to a 25 sketches folder. Okay. So now let's look at some, I kind of want soft lines, kind of a friendly looking witch. So again, we'll throw some notes up here. I have some kids that download these, so I try to do these as a lesson as well. Friendly, soft shapes. Even though witches can have some hard shapes, we're going to mix them. See if we can kind of blur the lines between the soft shapes. So I want her to have a more round, soft. So again, the juxtaposition of shapes as well as shape language and ideas. So if we have a softer shape, yeah, I can say that, softer shaped witch, she looks a bit friendlier, but we can have her looking more maniacal with a big growl type face. And we're going to start with that size nose, and then eyes here. I haven't picked quite a style, so we're just going to go in mine right there. She's going to be looking down. Again, she's going in this direction, so her face is that way as well. So we might just give her a big old nose here. And then, I don't know, I think she's maniacally happy about this. Stretch that face a bit. Look at that. And then, let's see. Let's see. Looking at some witches' hats here. And again, everything is fighting against the wind here, so she's going that way. The hat's going to be flipping this way a bit. And keep that. Draw through that hat like this. Kind of like that for now. And again, just throwing a lot of shapes down. Her. I think we want shorter arms. Again, rounder. And then we'll give these hands here. Boom, boom. And there's her body here. And then her hip, body shape, and legs here. And the other leg will be back here. All right. And again, her hand will be shorter fingers wrapped around this broomstick and stubbier fingers. So I'll do this for now. Get that right in a minute. Like that. And then here's that. We'll add some details here in a minute. The band that keeps it together. And she'll be a little bit disheveled. So will her. All right. Hopefully I can drink without hitting a the mic. All right. Let's see. So we've got our shape here. Put this hand here. I kind of do like, maybe I'll go. Yeah, I was thinking of going bigger wrist with a thinner top of the arm. And then we get that. Draw through that. And then we'll have to give a hairdo of some sort. And again, I'm going to put a chainsaw here. That's the handle. Like that. And then I think, let's see. Yeah, we'll do it that direction. There's the chainsaw. This can be the opening. Try to keep their shapes fun. That. And then I think give this some more volume. Well, big wide sleeves, kind of floating back because of the wind. And then I think we'll go with a shorter cape here. That. Then I want little boots. That. And let's see. I mean, is it bad that I want to mix her hair up with Medusa's and give her some snakes? But we'll just add some snakes for bracelets or something. Snakes like that. All right. I'll give her some striped socks. Like that. And then I think we should make the broom a bit more crooked. Like this. I do feel like we need to add a cat. Cat on the back. Let's see. This holding on to the back. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's reduce that a bit. And we will, again, this is the fun part, the exploratory part, where you get to just add as much crazy stuff as you want. So there's the cat. Little black cat hanging on the broom. Keep that like that. Change that a bit. This. So pretty messy. I'll do a layer over this to clean it up. Ouch. As we hit my elbow against the desk. All right. Let's see. Got any comments or questions? Let's see. That's that. Cool. All right. Keep that open. I don't know. Still a little stuck on. We got head shape here, like that. So, doop, 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 doop. I'll do some hair back here, and then I think that hat should be flipping back pretty solid like that. And then pull, beep, beep, and chainsaw, carburetor thingy here. We put some smoke out. Cool. All right. So save that. We will go here, reduce this. Let's add a layer and just clean this up a bit. Get those eyes here, looking down, like that. Boop, boop. Little bump on the nose, like that. And then she is definitely enjoying herself. So we'll do this. Then we will give her some chunky teeth here. Tongue back here. Doop, doop, like that. I don't like. Maybe I'll just do that. Yeah, I think instead of the big lump, I'll just do a wart here, maybe. A little traditional. And then we will come down with the chin. Add that. A little bit of hair on that chin. That. There we go. Boop, boo, and again. Now she needs a cool earring or something. Boop, boo. And then kind of. There's that hair. And then again, would like to do this, maybe cut out some of that. And then the actual hat. Boop. Like this. All right. And then this arm. It's got the, again, try not to lose the vision of the style being a bit rounded and chunky. So I'll give her that pinky out on her. And then here is the chainsaw. And then give it some volume. And then volume here. Doop, doop, doop. And again, I don't want to make anything look too realistic, just so you get the point of what it is. But then whoever she is jousting is obviously in trouble. I don't think I want to joust against a witch. There's the handle. Like that. Like that. Cool. I'll round some of those off. All right, so I think we'll get that sleeve there. And then this arm comes in here, that sleeve there. And then again, rounder fingers here, holding on to, oh God, I have those completely wrong. That's why it didn't look right. Thank you for, yeah. You can get into a rhythm and you can have everything wrong. So what I'm talking about is the hand didn't look right for the angle. So it's volumized this way. So the hand should also be that way. And I was drawing it for something else. So there's my handle to the broom. So the thumb is here, and the rest of the hand is this way, like this. And I definitely have to scale this a bit, like that. And there's that arm now. That's better. Okay. I was wondering what that was bothering me. Cool. Okay. I can kind of bring her up this way, like this, like that. And there's those socks. I think they're going to go this way. And then her cape will come across and go here, behind the hat a bit, like that. Cool. Okay. Much better. All right, we're 23 minutes in, not bad. Here comes the back side of this, the broom. Again, we're volumizing, putting some volume on the broom, like that. And some of these bristles coming out. Okay, and if some of you have drawn with me before, cats are not easy for me. So I am going to keep her cat very simple. Boop. There we go. Hanging on. Boop, boop. I will draw some claws like that. And let's see if she is going. Yeah, I can switch the body down here a bit. There's the center line. And this cat is going to be frightened. So, big bushy tail. There it is. Do, do, do. Kind of want to draw like this. That leg is that. And we can reposition this one like that. Yeah, that's better. Cat is definitely going for a ride. Crooked whiskers here. Pew. Cool. All right. And we'll start throwing in some smaller details. Throw in some of this band here. That. Then the, oops, wrong button. Bristles here. Of course, some flying off. If anybody has a suggestion for the witch's names, please drop me a line, and then we definitely need a name for her. So I'm gonna do this. Do little booties here. Maybe we'll do some buckles. Let's see. Yeah, we can do that. Do. Yeah, I kind of like the kind of traditional looking witch here, so cool. Let's see how that looks. No, it's bad. All right. Boo. No suggestions for name. Everybody's really quiet tonight. All right. Fine. All right. Let's see. Ramp this up again a bit. Get that. Doop. Doop. That's there. That's there. Just going over some of these shapes here. That. There's that handle. And then let's see. I feel like it needs some exhaust. I'm not sure. Yeah, it'll come out of there, I guess. And then behind her hat, little puffs of smoke here, and then following down back there. Cool. Doop, doop. Cat is holding on for dear life. I use the little jelly bean mouth for the cat. It's funny, again, the internet is awesome and it's not all at the same time. And I love how people get in on certain subjects, and style of animation is always a hot topic, and how everything can look the same, and traditionalists or people my age really a good group of complainers in a lot of ways. And, you know, how everything looks a certain way. And I'm like, yeah, when we were kids, everything looked the same style as G.I. Joe, and they all look pretty similar as well. There's trends, and I just tend to enjoy things and not worry about, yeah, those silly things. Just enjoy them for what they are. The fact that a bunch of amazing creative people are creating these things, and at the end of the day, it's their job, and they have very little to say about the end product. Um, we all have art directors, and our vision is typically, no matter what it is, whether it's graphic design, animation, illustration, book design, our initial and our vision for a project is typically never going to be what we originally thought. Sometimes that's bad, sometimes that's really good. I love my art directors over the years. They see things very different. So, yeah, that's my soapbox for the evening. Is just appreciate things. Don't worry about critiquing other people's creative work. It's not worth it. All right. So I think because we're, let's see, 32 minutes, I want to say that's probably as far as I want to go with the pencils. I think we will start painting this one up tonight. This one is fun. So for that, I will do my name on it like that. And I still think I need a snake in here somewhere, but I'm not sure where to put it. Maybe another prop or so. Okay. So let's take this. We're going to drop that opacity. We're going to do one big shape layer, I think. Save some time. Painting this. Just to save some time. All right. So, and then we'll go back to our checklist in a second to see. Let's see. Let's do this. Yeah, this is a good way to break this up, I think. See if the silhouette's pretty good. Boop. Just to see if this works for you. And then we'll do the other shape in a bit. Cool. Okay. So no names yet. Come on, guys. I need a name. We need a name for our jousting witch with a chainsaw. Do. Well, I wonder how much of this I got misspelled here. Okay. So there's our first shape of the witch. And we're going to create a layer on top of that. Lock those two. Let's see. Oops. That's a good color for her. So, and this is just a really quick way to get some colors down. Painting. Cool. Do. Do. Wow. Let's see. Cool. I guess this would be considered a speed paint, I guess, when I do this. Do. Let's see. I don't feel like doing traditional black hair. Let's do some purple. Boop. Boop. Cool. Boop. Fill some of that in like that. And let's see. And again, not trying to, if I change the shape because it feels more fluid, I'm okay with that when I'm doing this paint phase. Sometimes it changes a lot, and sometimes little. So, you know, I'm sure there is much more efficient ways sometimes to do this process, but I enjoy the process that I've got down. And with this particular illustration and doing these live, I'm not deadline. If I finish, I finish. If I don't, I don't. So, let's see. Well, put the wart up there. Go to the nose. That. And we're just getting this stuff out of the way. I'll repaint a bunch of this. So let's see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it can't be perfectly white teeth, right? But they gotta be pretty. Boop, boop. Boop. Over here. Darken that up just a bit. That. Cool. And again, this is to get really fun shapes kind of quickly as I can. And then I like that better. This. That. Close that. Cool. Alright, so we can do that. Okay. That. Add a different layer behind and keep to the same family. Just darken this up. That. By creating that shape layer, I can just hold my colors to that and it can all be edited later. Let's see here and go here. Cool. Do I do a traditional red chainsaw? That. Boop. Go back to this layer because I missed a spot. Here and here. All right. So go here and get her. Oops. Her colors here. Just to get. And once I have a lot of these colors, and then I can start fine tuning, but this gives me a pretty good break. Cool. And let's see. And again, sound effects always in play. Cool. We'll use again chainsaw, darken that handle up. This, that, fingers, 2, 3, that, and that one kind of poking out there. And this piece here. I kind of want, yeah, we're going to do this. Change that. Yep. Yep. Give this a little exhaust here. This here. Yep. Okay. Let's see, 43 minutes, not bad. Cool. And then we'll keep the same color here. This. Cool. And the reason why I didn't do the teeth on the chainsaw, so if you've seen me draw before, especially with my cars, when the wheels are spinning, they're not touching anything, not touching the ground. Sorry about that. Not touching the ground. So I think I might do the teeth as a separate as well to give them some movement. I think that might be fun. All right. So we go back here. We're going to do another layer for the back of her. Not sure quite yet. Oops. Not quite sure if I want to have the cape a bit shorter. We'll see. All right. That's probably a good, oh, don't need it right now. A lot of thinking through this as I draw. Thanks for your patience. All right, any questions at this point? Let's check here and there. Not yet. Awesome. Still no name. Very disappointed. Very disappointed in all of you. Okay. So we're going to put even, I think, shorter. So there's the shape of her foot. I kind of want it to go back. So, yeah, that's all right. Boop. Yeah, I'll go with that. Okay. So let's go with this color. Dark. Yeah, I think I will go with. Sorry. Making decisions as I go. So I will. This and that. That way, we can. This will be her cape. That. Lock that to that layer. And then like this. Fill that. Cool. So now I think I'm going to go with green tights. This. Cool. And then we will do this to stripe them. That. And then I think like this. All right. So we do that. And again, everything is subject to change. Am I doing many layers? I can change things easier, keep things a bit more fluid. And I usually keep these about an hour, so maybe a little bit extra tonight because I'm having fun. It's a fun subject. Cool. All right, so I've got my. Oh, let's go back to this hat color for the boots. That. This. Like that. Perfect. And I'll put highlights on all of that in a bit. Definitely missed some spots here. There we go. Oops. Oop. Oop. Okay. That's fine. All right. It's a fairly good shape. Almost want to make that a bit see-through so we can see that shape, but I'm not going to worry about it yet. So yet again, let's go add another layer. Go back to our gray, and this one is going to be the rest of this broom. This, that in, And then let's go shape here. This. And do like that. Cool. All right. So we add another layer on top of that. Lock it to there. And we kind of repeat the process this way. Cool. That might be a little thick down there, but it's okay. And we can go this way. All right. It's starting to look like an illustration. Cool. So if anybody has just joined, we are doing our illustration based on lost layer, maybe? Where's my layers? This one. Adjusting which with the chainsaw. Those are the 3 prompt cards. I'm not sponsored, so don't think I'm getting paid for this, but I do love this card game. Let's see, where's my camera? I never can remember. Chaotic draw along cards, just great artist prompts. It's an actual game, but I use them for just these prompts. Okay. So do we go traditional black cat, or do we be very different and go orange cat? Because as some of you know, I love orange cats. I've had one and they're just amazing. However, I think we go traditional. I think we go traditional black cat today. Again, keeping those shapes nice and soft. I think we're going to do this little guy in 2 shapes. Boop, boop, boop. Don't like that foot back there. So, little beans. Better. Okay. Oops. Okay. So we'll go to that first shape, add my layer, do something, add a layer, boom, there we go. Let's see if we can stay in this family a bit. And why I wait. Let's see. Do stay in that family. Stay in this family. Do. I have an annoying fly in my studio this evening. And it is just buzzing around me. So if you hear it, my apologies. That. here. There we go. Here. This. Do. You can go pretty goofy with this. That's good. Go. That. Let's, yeah, let's see if that many teeth work. Do. Yeah, that. And then, oh yeah, because we're on a trapped layer, we can't do that quite yet. Oh, I don't like that tooth. Too big. Yep. So take care of that. Take care of this. This color. That. Cool. This. Do. Cool. And this line up. That. Right. Cool. Okay. And again, because this. Cool. Yep. That. So here. All right. Let's see. Some claws. Oh yeah. Trap layer. Can't yet. Cool. Let's see where are we time. 58 minutes. Let's see what we can get in a few more minutes. There's that layer. Nope. There. Here. There. Oh, I totally forgot to draw a tail. Dork. All right. So that. Fix that. Fix that. Big old freaked out cattail. Somehow now that's seeing different layers. Sometimes when I'm brushing, I tend to hit buttons. And sometimes I don't know what those buttons are until something gets messed up. So thanks for bearing with me. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. That is not too shabby. I don't like the way the cat's mouth is at all. So I'm going to redistribute the teeth. Like I said, you can keep changing things all the time. Just did not like where the teeth placement was. It was too far off. If that 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Let's see how this looks. Might just be too many teeth, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I need that many. Simplify. Think a little vampire. Maybe. Do. Oops. Real quick. Cool. Boo. Yeah. Let's get some that. Cool. I think the nose is just too big. Do. There. There's that. I think we will still use that color for the nose. I think we can just do this though. A little bit of a different shape. Yeah, I think that works much better. Okay, we'll move on from that. Cool. So we will go back to, where's my witch's broom here? I'm going to add a band. Okay. Boop. 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 That. Cool. Boop. Cool. All right. So there is our witch. Almost painted. There's our sketch. I'll put all these layers in a folder. Let's see. Paints. So let's see. We are an hour in. Let's see what we can do in 15 minutes. It's 9 o'clock. Okay. We go back to sketch. Let's go let's go to our witch's face and start adding some details a bit. Changing some colors. I think I want to change the intensity of, not intensity, but the color of nose. That. Yes. I Yep, better. Like that. Cool. Now, eyebrow wouldn't really be that big, so I'm gonna do this. Oops. Oh, bummer. Wrong. Go to what I use for her gestures here. That. Oop. Let's start adding these type of details. And we can turn off this later for a minute. I don't know where I'm going at this point. So, do. That. Our big chiclet teeth here. Our tongue. And I do like the way I layered the mouth and the cat. So we're going to get this. Cool. This color. Cool. Cool. This. And then we can add some detail here. Bit. Cool. Okay. I think I like the color of the hat, but I'm going to reduce some of the hat here. If I can find the hat. There's the hat. Let's see how much that's actually do. Darker down here. Oops. Cool. All right. So oops. That's cool. This is where I wanted to kind of do both with our shape language with the hair. We have these soft angles. And what we can do is on a layer that is not pinned to any of this, instead of going with a dark highlight, we can go here and we can give it this dimension where it's a bit more jagged and not tied to our model. So we're playing with those soft and hard shapes to give a little juxtaposition. So let's go even darker than that for the belt. Be careful with that. That will be our belt. And then we can have our do again this buckle. Oops. All right. So I think I am going to put the pen down for the evening. At this point, I think we've made a really good start on this for an hour and 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So I'm gonna work on some highlights at some point, but I think that gets us pretty close to what we're trying to accomplish for the night. Thank you all for hanging out and drawing with me. And again, always feel free to shoot me a line, questions, or whatever concerns if you hate my art. But I hope you have fun watching, and we will talk to you all very soon. And I really need to move my camera because I can never find it. So I'm still disappointed we don't have a name for the witch. That is on all of you for not saying anything. And I will blame you all for that. Have a good night, and I hope your Sunday treats you well. Have a good week, all.